Have y'all talked about The Last Dance already? I know y'all did.
You know what? We did, but you know, we can always come back to it because, hey,
my thing is just how amazing to me. I just had one thing. Just how amazing to me all these passes that Mike is getting, man.
Thank you.
Why is he getting all these passes, bro, that we wouldn't give nobody else?
D.
Social media. There's no social media.
Hey, but no, I'm talking about right now. He getting too many passes. Man, how many people Mike has snitched on so far, bro?
I was just going to say the snitch count is up to 4. Mike's snitch count is up to 4 people. He just snitched on 4 people.
Hey,
wait, who did he snitch on?
That we know of.
Who did he snitch on?
And then I got one more thing, man. How sensitive is this dude, man?
Thank you. I'm glad somebody else said that.
I don't understand that. We praise him for being such a mentally tough guy, but he holding all these grudges. He doing all these things that's just too sensitive for somebody that's mentally tough.
Yes, I completely agree. Let's talk about that.
I don't understand that, man. I'm just like, how many passes is this dude gonna get, man?
And it's interesting because even people, and I've seen it on social media, even people that know better, that play ball, that hoop, the first thing they say is, when the facts are presented, they say, oh, well, you know what? That's just Michael Jordan. You know, it's Michael. They dismiss it. But let it be any other player, let it be any other era.
Man.
And we're talking about fire and brimstone. They come with pitchforks and burning torches.
This is my thing. It can't just be just another player. It could be a person. It could be you, Stan, that ain't played on on his level.
Yeah.
If you do what he doing, we gonna be like, dude is a dude to be.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, and Ken, me and you didn't agree too many times on this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. So I'm like, dude, Mike getting hella passes that he shouldn't be getting, man. So,
real quick, I just want to make sure that, because I may have missed some of the things that he said. I mean, like the one about, throwing his team underneath the bus when they knocked on the hotel room. I definitely thought that was that. I mean, you don't do that. But what other passes did you see within the 4 episodes that was bogus?
I'll give you one right now, man. His expression and the way he looked when they asked him about Pippen and the migraine game.
Oh, you nailed it. You saw that.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
That's all I'm going to say, man. That's all I'm going to say. You don't do that to a teammate, man.
Saw that.
You don't do that to a teammate, man. Come on, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, tell me that ain't beat. Tell me that ain't beat, man.
Right. Yeah. And listen, when I'm asking, I'm not standing from like I'm taking Jordan's side. I was just curious because I was so intrigued with it. I may have missed some things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, who was that he talked about on the plane like that? He did
that was gonna be my point. That was gonna be my point. DA, that was my point.
Go ahead, Stan. Elaborate, bro.
Man, the way that he played Scott Burrell on the plane.
Yes,
he talked about the women he was dating. He was out all times of the night drinking.
Damn.
He was on the plane that day. I'm like, man, Mike. And then Bill Winnington, his old trying to get a front off his ass.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Bill Winnington, the camcorder, he like, tell us more, Mike. He just sitting there with the I'm like, oh, Mike, you snitching. And then Scott Burrell like, no, Mike, no. And Mike, no, get it all up. I'm like, oh, Mike, you dry snitching.
No, what Scott Burrell should have did.
Put your pants up here. Pull your pants down and stop dry snitching.
Man, Scott Burrell should have punched Mike in the face, man.
Thank you.
He should have punched Mike, man. You can't do that type of stuff to people. First of all, we know how much Mike was a womanizer.
Woo!
Right? So why Mike do that to him? You know what I'm saying?
I gotta step in Mike's defense, and I'm not even saying this. So the only reason why I'm saying this is, he's saying all that stuff amongst his friends. He knows they're being recorded, but did he know that they were going to make a documentary and blast this on national or on a Netflix streaming service? How many years later?
It was his idea to come up. He's had the footage.
It's like him. It's like me talking shit to you, like, Stan. Yeah, what time did you get in today? Oh yeah, I know why, because you were chilling with some girls. Like, he's not really saying like, Stan, why didn't you cut? You know what I'm saying? It's the way they're talking,
my thing,
but
Rick,
it makes it.
Hey, Rick, this is my thing, bro. It's in the past. It's a questionable moment.
Yes.
Mike has the ability to say, no, you got to cut that.
Exactly.
Right.
Put that on here.
See, I agree.
But Mike chose to put it on there, bro. So it ain't
exactly.
Hey, but you know what?
He chose to put it on there.
So let's just take it a step back, and I'm saying real quick. When you really think about it, guys who are like almost like genius, kind of like guys like Mike, like Kobe, like Michael Jackson, Kanye West, things like that. They don't have that common sense about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to give them a pass, but I'm just saying, like, unfortunately, those are those guys. Like I've seen.
I think Mike's showing that he's worse than most of those guys, though.
Huh?
I think Mike's showing that he's worse than most of those guys.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But think about it. Let's just go back to this Hall of Fame speech. Why are you still talking about guys that you beat at your Hall of Fame speech? Like that.
He's an asshole. I'm shocked that all these Bulls fans are surprised by this. Like, I've thought he's an asshole forever, and this just validates it.
I think
Jordan, he's an asshole.
Wow, hold on. I got stories because at Stan though, I'm a barber. I've had plenty of customers. I'm also a guy who in circles of ball players and things like that. I got so many stories of people who shot commercials with Michael Jordan. So many stories of people. I mean, he know my cousin Java. He been in commercials with Jordan. I don't want to say stuff that Java said because he loves Jordan. So I don't want to put him out there. You know, but bro, Michael Jordan is a complete a-hole, bro. He's been there for a long time, bro.
Yeah. I've thought this my whole life about Michael Jordan, and everyone's surprised about it when it comes out. I'm like, come on.
Hey, it's one story. It's one story I have. It's an old man. I used to cut his hair, and I used to mess with his daughter. But
I'm just saying.
That's me.
Try snitch on yourself.
But he was a doorman at the Continental Hotel downtown, and Michael Jordan had his restaurant in it. Now this old guy, at the time, I was a big Michael Jordan fan. You know, I'm a Pistons fan like Bob is, but when Mike them started winning, of course I'm from Chicago, so I was enjoying it. Man, this old man was a staunch Bulls fan from when Bullwinkle and Walker and Chet and Love, Bob Love, and all them people were there.
Got you.
He loved the Bulls. He hated Michael Jordan.
Wow.
I didn't understand why. I'm cutting his hair every week, and Mike getting off. We watching the playoffs. Mike getting off. He can't. He'd be like, man, good bucket, but I can't stand that dude. He would say that like every other time, and I'm like, why do you have a problem with Michael Jordan? He was like, he's the cheapest, most arrogant, he was like, he just went down a line of different things that Mike did. And he was like, I would get his car for him. I would open the door for him. He wouldn't acknowledge me. And when he did, it was like I was a peon or something like that. And he was like, man, I can't stand that dude. Mike is one of the worst I've ever met. And so when you look at that, and then you look at other things that Mike did on TV, like when he told Charles Barkley not to get that bum $200. You see what I'm saying? When Charles can clearly afford to get a man $200, and he like, man, Mike stopped him from doing that. Who does that? You see what I'm saying? So I still admire Mike from the things he did on the court, but as a person, I really can't stand him. So,
yeah, I feel you. Hey, but you know what? I'm going to chime in with this real quick. And I was talking to my buddy about this earlier. I mean, if you really think about it, when we already know when Mike was a GM, he was terrible as a GM.
Yes.
He was always terrible at telling the Bulls to select players. We know that.
Agreed.
horrible.
That's
but here's the last part. Well, it's two parts of it. He's an owner nobody's running to Charlotte to play for Mike. So these new players already know. Like, as much as people idolize this guy and just admire him so much, they don't want to play for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, but then also, if you really think about it, guys who sign to Brand Jordan, they only sign to Brand Jordan so they can get the gear, so they can get the exclusive stuff. Because guess what? They're not getting paid no money.
Right.
Right.
That's true. That is so true.
They ain't making the top dollar like they should be, no doubt.
Cool.